Hello and welcome to Crypto News. It's October 18th, 2025, and the top cryptocurrency news is as follows. We'll start today's episode with Japanese banks looking to launch their own stablecoin. Specifically, 3 of the largest Japanese banks appeared to be planning a stablecoin backed by the Japanese yen. They're doing this to modernize their systems and reduce transaction costs, and all of this will be achieved through a new stablecoin. As we said in the previous episode, stablecoins are very popular, especially among banks. Taking our ETFs into account, on October 16th, we closed with negative $530 million. We haven't seen such outflows since August. On October 17th, BlackRock had its biggest outflow with negative $268 million in outflows, so the day ended with negative $366 million in outflows. Apparently for Ethereum ETFs, on October 16th, BlackRock had the biggest inflows with $46 million, so the day ended at negative $56 million. But on October 17th, BlackRock again had the biggest outflows with negative $146 million, so the day ended with negative $232 million in dividends. Now, getting to our exchange news, we go to France, which is the country that is enforcing checks. France's banking regulator is reportedly conducting additional anti-money laundering checks on Binance and other cryptocurrency exchanges. At this point, it should be said that it is checking all the major exchanges. The reporters just put Binance in the headlines because it is a big name. A Binance spokesperson said that the checks are routine by the regulator, and that is true. Often regulators need to see if exchanges are doing their job properly, and as I said, it's not just Binance that's being audited. Coinbase is also being audited, and all the major exchanges in the cryptocurrency market. Moving on to another exchange, we go to Huobi, which is looking to raise $1 billion to launch its own Ethereum reserve. It's in the process, while a similar amount is also what Ripple is looking to raise. For XRP, Ripple Labs is reportedly on the verge of opening a fund to raise $1 billion to buy XRP and create its own reserve. So Ripple will be buying its own coin. Moving on to DeFi, we go to Uniswap, one of the largest DeFi platforms on Ethereum, which has now integrated Jupiter's Ultra APY, one of the largest DEXs on Solana. This allows Uniswap to live inside Solana and take advantage of the users, the ecosystem, and the over $140 billion in volume that DEXs do on Solana, which has a lot of activity as a network. So, good news for Uniswap, and it's a move I think we'll see from other major DeFi and DEX on Ethereum, slowly expanding to other chains. And for the latest news of the day, we go to YouTube star MrBeast, who has registered a trademark for a cryptocurrency exchange and payment service, which will be called MrBeast Finance. It will be a mobile application that will include cryptocurrency exchange and payment functions. Let's say it will take a long time until he gets the licenses and starts everything, but all this is very positive for the cryptocurrency market, where the biggest YouTuber on the planet will be promoting a service that is crypto as far as we understand. So cryptocurrencies will immediately gain a lot of popularity. Moving on, let's go to our favorite cryptocurrency market, with Bitcoin at $107,000, with its price struggling to hold our resistance. As you can see obviously from this drop, we also had a lot of liquidations that exceeded $1 billion once again. During this period, gold is experiencing its best moments, as you can see from the chart that is constantly rising. Something interesting to note is this chart here. As you can see, the yellow line represents the price of gold, and the orange line represents the price of Bitcoin. Before the 2021 rally, the price of gold was rising while Bitcoin was falling, right before the big double top rally that we were talking about back then. In 2025, as you can see, we are at exactly the same point in time. So many people think that maybe the Bitcoin rally is just around the corner. Now, to tell you a big truth about these kinds of charts that you often see from various YouTubers and on Twitter, the truth is that in one day, I can find 100 charts that show the price of Bitcoin going up, and in the same day, I can find another 100 that show it going down. This is because 99% of these charts are useless. They are created by people who, at that moment, want to believe that prices are going to go up, so they make charts that show exactly that. If they feel that prices are going to go down, they will make charts that show that. So most of these are not charts made by serious analysts, but by people trying to find patterns that satisfy their emotions instead of their investment decisions. Be very careful when you see such charts, because many times they do not depict the truth. They simply reflect people's emotions. And as investors, emotions are useless and will only lead us to wrong decisions. That wraps up the top news news for crypto today, October 18th, 2025. I'd like to remind you that the content you just watched is created for educational purposes only and should not be considered as investment advice, but rather as investment opinion. Please subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and feel free to comment. Take care, everyone, and have a good day.